Hello, just finished the preview, so hopefully you guys all liked it. Hey, there's Aaron. It's now time for the stream. Just started it just now, like 12 seconds ago. I have two monitors up here and two monitors down here. I had the preview down here and the live sitting up there ready to go. So what I had to do is I had to drag them down first and close the other two. So that's why it took a second or two. But thanks for coming in. Let's see if anybody else comes in here. I usually wait about 5 or 10 minutes just to see if anybody else comes in here. Some people probably want a spoiler alert. Maybe I don't know. They'll come to the live, but they didn't come to the preview. So you want to see how it was made before they see the video itself. But I don't have that stuff set up. But I do have notes here. So far, I'm going to be showing Adobe Premiere Pro how I did it in that. You'll be able to see the what do you call it, the time thing, and then I'll show the prompts too. The prompts I use for some of the AI. The hardest one out of all of the characters was probably the guitarist. That was the hardest one. The prompt came right out. I mean, first time I put it in there, boom, it was perfect. You know, I had to do it multiple times because I had to do different versions of her for each. There's like two guitar solos, so I had to do one for each of those, and then I had to do two for each one of those because it had to be so long. It only gives you like 6 seconds, and then I just cut it and reuse some of it here and there, and then when I got the second guitar solo, I was like, hey, I can use this within the song itself, so I used some of that within the song, and then I was talking about the part that I missed on her is her fingers. Her fingers go off screen like this. When she's clapping, she's doing this instead of down here, which I guess you have to reach down here to do it. But I don't know why the AI didn't move her down and then do that, but it didn't. I didn't even notice it till after I already had it uploaded. So I'm trying to figure out a way to fix that. I don't know. The only thing, because the only thing you can edit the actual picture on is images. I can't edit the videos themselves. I can't put like a picture on the video. Well, I can, but not like that. It wouldn't move. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that was a little what do you call it? Flaw. Her hands go off screen up above her. And Nightbot's asking Aaron what's so funny because she said LOL. Hey, Alexandra, she just came in. She or he, I don't know if you're she or he. I assume it's she, but I don't assume anymore. Last time I did that, I found out it was a guy. And then he had a girl's name. I think it was like Tracy, not Tracy, Trina or something like that. Can't remember the name of it. It looked good. Well, thank you. Probably, I meant to actually originally make it into a short film, so there was going to be stuff before the video itself. But I thought, no, that'd just be way too long for a video, for a preview and all that kind of. Oh, you're she, okay. And I thought it would be too long, so I wanted to keep it kind of short. And I had all the credits at the end, stuff like that too. So, and then of course my cameo. The cameo was actually the very last thing added. Well, most of the cameo. The part where he's got the megaphone, that was added last. So I had to actually match them up because in Adobe you can nest everything. That means taking all the files and putting them together. And I did that and didn't save. I saved it as that. I saved it over itself. So I couldn't go back and separate all the elements, And I was like, oh crap, now I gotta redo him all over again with a megaphone and make it look like he's moving. So that was a pain. But like I said, she was the hardest because she moves so much. She's always standing still for a second, then claps again, then stops again, then plays her guitar, then stops again, and she's doing like 3 or 4 different things at once. So, and then the way I synced it, I'll show you in Adobe after I'll wait a few minutes. But the way I synced it is I just moved the things over to where the words weren't, and I put like a still of them, and then I have them moving where they're singing or whatever, or where the music actually is. and then I put a still, so when they're not moving, it's actually just a still of them matched up to the size. Her hair was awesome. Yeah, yeah. It was a mistake, but yeah, it was a good mistake on her. On I think her and the bassist. They have some red going around them, and I couldn't get all the. It was a red screen instead of green screen because there's green in them actually, so it wouldn't work. So I had to use red, and there's a little bit of red outline on them. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to fix that. And I started thinking, well, it's just the lights. There's purple, red, and blue lighting on it, and yellow lighting, and white lighting too. And so I added those. That way it looks like it's more like glowing on her hair and everything. So it makes sense. Yeah, it's not stop motion. I guess there's some stop motion if you want to call it that. It's more just animation. The AI did the animation. And then, any stop motion, I don't know. Stop motion has to be done frame by frame, or at least 2 frames by 2 frames. But I would say it's kind of a mixture of both, really. So, but yeah, it was kind of a pain. You'll see when I show the Adobe. I'm just hoping I can start it because it is major resource taking. It takes a lot of resources off my computer. I got a pretty fast one. And I was surprised how fast it rendered. Oh my God, it takes like 2 minutes to render that whole thing. Just to save it and create the MP4 took like half hour. It took forever. But rendering it was really quick. So I got to upgrade the video card in this. I got a what is it? NVIDIA Quadro Pro. I think it's either 4 gig or 8 gig. I can't remember which. Yeah, it does take a lot of work. Stop motion's even harder, you know, because you gotta go frame by frame, and there's 30 frames per second. So you think about how long that would take per second. Yeah, per second. So for every minute, it's like 30,000 frames or whatever. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. And you'd have to do every frame one by one by one, and each one has to move one at a time. Well, doing it live, like if you did Lego live. Like you're actually filming it, it's actually a lot easier than doing animation like I did, like, you know, drawing or whatever. You have to import it in there and everything else, and then you have to have every one of them in a folder in order to import. You have to kind of second guess, well, I'm going to need this view and that view and this view for each thing. I just numbered them is what I did. I have like a scene. Well, first I was starting with scene numbers. I had scene 1, I was going to do scene 2, scene 3, scene 4. I ended up doing that at the end. I had scene 1, and I was like, I'm just going to call them what they are, you know. That way I can go back to them. And at the end, when it was finished, I just called it. Actually, when I added the fill-ins, the B-roll, I just called it scene 1, scene 2. I think there's 7 scenes of just the singing alone, including the ending. And anytime the characters were on, there was 7 of them, or no, there would be 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them. And then I had the B-roll, which was 3 of those. So altogether it was 7 scenes, 7 different cuts, whatever you want to call it. So how long have I been on? I've been on 8 minutes, almost 9. So yeah, you can type weather, and it'll tell you the weather that you live at. You just do your, oh, there's Debbie, my mother-in-law, and you do weather and your zip code, and it'll tell you what the weather is outside right now, or wherever you're at. You can also type, I believe it's Lego, I think, to post your link, or drop, it's drop. And Debbie probably didn't see it, but you can always go back to it. You can go back to it anytime now. It should be done rendering on YouTube. So yeah, I made a music video, Debbie, and uploaded it. It's the 4th one I've made. That's my mother-in-law. Debbie Whitley is my mother-in-law. And so this isn't going to be a very long one. It's going to be mostly just showing how I did the video and stuff. Probably at about 15 minutes time, I'll probably start doing that. We'll probably pretty much fly through it because I want to keep this about an hour long. I don't want it to be too long. So I'm going to see if I can actually start up. What? I'm going to see if I can start up Adobe and get it over here ready to go. Yeah, I also have the music video by itself. That one I do have already finished and done. It's exactly the same. It's just without the stuff at the beginning. Or the credit. It has the credits, but it doesn't have the intro. That's all it is. Okay, so we want... I'm going to do just the master. The one that is the actual video. I'll show how I did it with that one, I believe. I have so many different saves of this thing. I can't see my screen right now because I'm looking for it. I may have to go to my thing and see if I can find it. I didn't want to load this up because it would have taken all the resources. Hopefully I'm not skipping. I should actually probably shrink this to move it over here where I can see myself first. Once it loads up, then we'll load up over there every time. Move my thing up there. I don't want to show all this stuff right now on screen. It's already shrank. Stick it over there. And, okay, now this is the one, I believe, the one I'm looking at right now is actually the, you might hear it playing real fast. Yeah, this is the nested one. So we don't want the nested one. We want the original master itself. Let's see. Nested scenes with lighting. I think I have the unnested scenes without the lighting, which will be easier to see on here anyway. Yeah, it loaded over there like I wanted it to. You're good. I don't even know if it'll load up because I may have to copy that over where it belongs. Maybe I don't have to move them, which is a first for Adobe. You usually have to have it where you originally did it. Otherwise you won't find anything. I found everything. Playing it backwards. Really fast. Yeah, it's without the lighting. So it'll be easier to see it on here. Okay. Alright. See, I got that ready to, queued up, ready to go. We got 4 people in here. I know we've got Alexandra, Debbie, and Aaron. Who's the 4th? Let's just see who comes in here. My back has been killing me lately. I mean, it is totally killing me. I feel like a mess. So we've got 13 minutes. I'll go ahead and start now, I guess. Let me go ahead and share the screen over here. Sure, there's nothing there I don't want anybody to see. I don't imagine there is. And we want to show the audio. We'll play the audio. Just right here. Show that. There we are. Let's see if I can put myself back in there. No, what is that? I don't even know how to use a stupid restream, you know. Let's see. There's gotta be a way to make it smaller. I don't know how to use this. Now I'm all messed up here. Oh, I see it now, okay. There I am. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Or at least something like that anyway. It's a little small. Let's see if we can do it like, maybe like this. No, that doesn't work. There I am. Down the bottom corner there. Let me try this. I'm kind of a right-sided person here. Although I got all this other stuff in the way. I just reversed it instead. I guess it has to be there. Okay. So now, how do I get back to where I was now? I don't know where to get back to where I was. I also have an instrumental version of this song too. I don't know how to get back to that, but anyway. So this is Adobe, and you can see all the clips down below here. See if we can find it here. I gotta bring this up a little bit. There it is. Yeah, see how high that was? Look at that. And there, see, you can see there's the mic stands right there. 3 mic stands. One is mic stand only. That's the lead singers, and the other 2 are the other. I don't know which one's which, but and you can see guitar solo number 2, guitar solo number 2, which was actually because she moves. So the lead with Mike, because he has a mic in his hand, and you got the bassist without water. Oh, there was a watermark on it. I had to remove the watermark. And then you got the drummer, which is there's actually a drummer in it. You just don't see him too much. And then the background itself. So, like I say, if I go into it, and then you got the music. What I did is I separated the music. I got the vocals, and then the audio by itself, the music, so I can actually, that's how I was able to sync it, because you couldn't really hear it with the vocals on top. So like, I could just remove I believe that's the audio. I can mute the audio and play it for a second here. You can see it up here on top. Keep in mind this is without the lighting. If I put it back in, let's get him singing first so we know where it is. See? Take the, see that? Pretty cool, huh? We're going to do it a cappella. But yeah, let's stop it there. What I wanted to show first was this. Let's get in here a little bit. You can see they're all moving and stuff. I can bring this down a little bit, probably. I don't have a very huge view on this thing. Hopefully you guys can see that. See, now I can take these off, and as I remove them, you will see the microphones disappear. See that? Just remove the guitarist. This one here removes the lead singer. This one removes the bassist. And this one here removes the drummer. So those are all individual elements. That's what the background looks like. So if I played it now, it would only be the background. There'd be nothing there. See that all the way through. Or I can put the drummer back in. Now you can actually see what the drummer's doing. I know I'm going kind of fast, but you can see, if you look on the drummer line, when it's green, that means he's doing something. Let's see if I can go forward a bit. Yeah, see right there, see the purple? That's when he's sitting still. He's not moving. See, he doesn't move at all. See? Up until it hits green again, then he starts moving. So it's all synced that way. It's the same thing for all of them. I believe green means that they're moving, and any other color is they're standing still. Or it might be vice versa. Blue just means it's coming from a different spot. See how it's moved there? And see this one right here, because you can see how it's white right there. It's just a still of them, except for the drummer. The drummer's moving. So, if you want to see any other parts, just let me know. And but that's how it was made. Pretty simple there. We get all these back in there again. Probably gonna ask me to save it. I don't know. I don't need to save it. And so, but yeah, that's what it looks like without the lighting. So it's just like it was at the end. The lighting was actually added at the end. I think that was one of the first. What I did is I added the lighting before I put the B-roll in, because I didn't want them lit up. I didn't want to have to sit there going, okay, it's got to go right here at this twitch, which I found out later just drops into the clip. So I could have done that anyways. So let's go to the end here. that's her solo. You're not seeing everything here, but some of it's down below there. That's where she's clapping, I was telling you about. And there's where the camera comes in. See that? You can see the lens camera effect. So the lens and the camera were actually separate elements. The lens, you can see them in right there. It fades out. That's actually a complete separate element, and it was nested together with the cameras so we move at the same time. You know, but it is just a picture of the background without the camera there. It's just a picture in there, and video. So it's like a little tiny video. And then there's me in chair right there. I'm gonna move this over a little bit more. You can see where it changes. See how it's purple? It's me in the chair sitting there. And then right here is a still image. But it stops for a minute. You'll see that they stop too. They stop singing. There's their fade right there. The fade out right there. That's everything. That's me, I believe. Well, no, that's them. Yeah, chorus with camera. That's them just sitting still. So it's like they stopped. And then up here, you got the camera lens effect again. You got the actual scene itself. And then there's my director. That's with the megaphone. See how it just appears as soon as I hit. And then I had to cut it because I had to move it up. I had to put black in the background. That way it appears to go black. See that? You look down here at the bottom. You got the fade out. So, yeah, right there. I believe that's black background. Oh no, here it is, black right here. There's your black background. That way it appears to turn black. And here's background with no drum kit. In other words, it has nothing on it whatsoever. The background itself. And here's the fade out. So it was just made to be able to fade it out like that. So yeah, kept pretty consistent here. Go all the way backwards. That's pretty much how the Adobe was done. You called it a bullhorn. I know, I did. I had to go on to Google to find out what the heck it was called. I called it a horn. And you love the scenery. But yeah, I had to go on Google and find out what it was called. It's called a megaphone. I had to be specific. They said, what is the horn that the director sometimes uses? They don't always use a horn, so. And it said a megaphone. I was like, oh, that's what it was. That way I could name it that. The way I knew what the heck I was talking about. But yeah, that's how it was edited. And there is one I'd like to show. Let me close this. No, I don't want to save because I don't want to redo anything. There is one I wanted to load up that it's like the very beginning. It's almost like a test thing. I think it's this one right here. Oh no, here it is. I have them labeled and everything. This is where I put in the. It was before I edited it. I don't think it's in any particular order at all. So they're just in there as I made them, you know. It's kind of like the test clip, but all the test clips put together, and then the ones you haven't seen either. So once that loads up, you'll see that. This is what I started with, basically, before I started doing the actual editing. It's like my backup. It has all the scenes in it, except for the fill-in. So yeah, see, I labeled them so that way I knew what the heck everything was. I'm going to go ahead and play this because I was thinking about putting this part on YouTube, but I don't know if I should or not. You can see I got the audio separated already. And let me play this, and we can watch it real quick. I'll go ahead and make the screen appear big so at least you can see once it starts. It's not synced, it's not going to be anything like that. Okay, that's big enough for you. This is kind of like a making also. No syncing, no nothing. They just constantly move their mouths. But yeah, you can see they don't really do much. They're just moving, that's it. So this is before I synced it. I won't play it all the way through because you get the basic idea. Then you see how it cuts off. This is where she's clapping to the beat. All by herself. See, what I do is I just put this there and I had the other ones. I just did the background to kind of show me where she's supposed to be positioned at. You guys saw this one. I think I uploaded this solo right here. This test clip. And this is her second one. You see they're done as separate clips. It's just looped, that's all it is. So I just cut off what I needed and blend it. I think it's funny how it blues bounce. I don't know if you noticed that. Here's the final scene. And it also takes this apart too after this. See, there's nobody in the lens right now. And sorry if it echoes, my microphone's echoed by the speakers, so. This is without me in it. And this is how I started it. Let's see where it is. I'm kind of watching the timeline down there. Now this is just me. Where it has the camera lens effect. That's how that was put in. And I just had me in it and move myself. I actually zoom myself out. That's what I do. That was a pain trying to do it backwards. I'm used to zooming in, not out. So these like all the test clips put together. I didn't want to release this one here because I didn't want to give away who was at the end. So, but yeah, he's all new. Here is standalone. Just the camera itself. That's how the camera was done. Just as one element. I think I showed the directors an element too. I can't remember. This is before the megaphone was added. Here's how I did the lens element with the tint. See, it's just a little square is all it is. And it's all lined up to exactly where the camera would be right now. That's how small it gets. This is cool. Hey, if anyone wants to do the same thing, I can always help you out if you have Adobe. Adobe Premiere Pro 2025 is what I use. But it'll work with any Adobe. I think all of Premiere's are the same as far as this stuff is concerned. The lighting is not on the other ones though. This is the first one with lighting. It might be on 2024, but here's your character models. I'll show these better. That's his bass guitar, which is actually its own separate element. And then the bassist, without the guitar itself. He's just standing there. These are the standalone, like standing ones, where they're not moving. And this is him with the guitar. You basically saw that, or you saw him moving instead. Or animated. He's non-animated, in other words. Here's the lead singer, non-animated. And then the guitarist, non-animated. This is what she looked like originally. She was just standing there like that. That's before her guitar or anything was added. Her guitar is actually animated with her to AI. So she's done with AI. And that's it. So you go ahead and close that. We'll go back to the files. Now you get to see all the files I have. Look at that. There's all the saves. If I go back, there's everything. Got my thumbnail in there too. And you got two different versions of the song. I converted it to a high definition. It was already high definition anyway, but I like Wave better. So that's why you got two of them there. And then this is my mastery that you saw first. This is the one that actually makes the video itself. This is the one before that, before the lighting was added. And then all those were according to what they say. You got the in credits, you got the characters, which is, this is what they look like. Let me see if I, let me bring this up in, not paint, but, what's that called? Photos. Oh, you come over here, yep, it did. Now you can see a big version of them. More higher size. That's the bassist. As you can see, he's got thread around him. And I go to this one. There he is with his guitar. And there's the drummer. He's a blonde guy. He's actually supposed to be related to Lisa, the guitarist, but he's like her cousin or whatever. But the guitarist and the lead singer, see, this is the backstory. The guitarist and lead singer are together. The bassist is the lead singer's twin brother. So, but they're fraternal twins, they're not identical. There's the guitarist, and there's the singer. So, that's basically all it is, it's models. And then, here's the drummer with his drums. There he is with his drums. That's what it says on his drums, in case you were wondering. And I have the guitar. Guitar is in the props. These are all the props. See, this is where AI came in. I originally started with that one. And I kept telling it, turn it, turn it, turn it. I must have done it like 10 times until it finally did this one. It finally turned it the way I wanted it to. I was like, finally. You know, it doesn't look exactly like that one, but it was just what I was looking for. There's the actual bass guitar there. And I just told it to cartoon it, and there you go. There's your drums. There's my chair. And then I believe this one is the real mic. Yeah, this one's the... Oh, no, this is the animated mic. I can't tell if it's animated or the real one. And then you got the one with the stand. I actually had to take out the mic itself. That was for the lead singer. That's all the props there are. Hardly anything. And then there's the guitar centered onto him. And then I got camera images. These are just the real cameras and stuff like that. There's the real life mic right there. And we go back. And here's where I first created them all. So you can see, there he is right there. And there's the real one. I took that directly off of, I think it's Pabwall. Yeah, Pabwall. It was actually made from that one, believe it or not. So I created him from that. And the rest of them I had to make because I never even had them. And then there's me also, as a standalone, when I'm standing up. Show that one real quick. This is the one that it actually animated. There's me.
Taco bitch.
You can see the
No, you're a taco bitch.
watermark. And then here's, I'm not sure what this
help
is.
me here. I'm in a bad loop. Help.
There he is with a guitar. I didn't even know I had that one.
The Wicked Witch of the West is driving me nuts. I need come up with a new sling for her besides cunt taco.
Well, I forgot I had this one with his guitar. But I never used this one, so decided not to have him with the guitar. Even though technically there is a second guitar, but it doesn't play hardly at all. I'm not sure what this one is. There he is without it. That's the original color. It was in the background. Then I turned it to red. So, you got the drummer, a few things like that. You got her basic again, but with and without the red. This is when the image was made. This was like the concept. This is the concept photo. So that was what I did that so that way I knew what I was gonna do and how I was gonna make him look and stuff like that. And that's what gave me the idea about the studio thing too, the studio part. Although I wanted more like this, but oh well. Then you got the B-rolls. These are all the actual videos itself that was stuck in there. And there's me with xylophone, with a megaphone. And like I said, I separated each scene one at a time. So each one of these scenes make these videos right here. And then there's those two that are transparent. There's my black for the background. Kind of flying through this now. Here's the background itself. And the one I used was, see, I have him with the drums with him, and the original background, and then it's the one zoomed out. So those are actually two different ones. Where it starts to zoom out is actually a separate one. And I'm trying to remember which one of these I used. I have to kind of go over them and look at them. Expanded to 20, okay, it's this one. Okay, yeah, there's the watermark. So this is the one I used right here. Here's the original background, just by itself. It's kind of dark. So that's the original background. So it's kind of extended out a little bit more. I just zoomed it in where it was framing the speakers right here. This is your frame right here. That's how it was framed. So this is the stage. I didn't show the outside stage at all. So that's the original background as it was made. So I know I'm kind of flying through everything. I don't know why it has this on there. There's absolutely nothing in there. There's my YouTube announcement that I made, so it's actually its own separate thing. And here's the test clips that you saw. All the test clips that I uploaded. Different versions of them and that kind of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. You wanted to see the prompts. Let's see if I remember where the prompts are now. I think, it's where, oh, I know where it is. There's the bassist guitar animation. Here's how I got him to come up. Someone's angry. Yeah, no, she's talking to a friend of hers. They tease each other by calling him names. She's not mad. But yeah, he's picking or strumming the electric bass guitar he's holding. No panning, no zooming. You have to say that because otherwise it'll start zooming it and you'll lose part of it unless you plan on doing that anyway. I wanted to do that myself. So, of any kind, do not change anything other than his and the guitar's slight movement. So he just moves very slightly, keeping him and his body facing forward towards the camera. Do not remove anything at all. You have to be, like I said, you have to be so specific. Leave background plain solid red. Do not change or add color to the background in any way. Keep his entire body in frame. Keep this as a 2D cartoon. So it was already a cartoon already made. And this is for the movement itself. And that's what animated it. Which I believe that's it right there. This is the actual animation. Can't exactly play them right now, so. And then I think the rest of them are in here. His animation was kind of complex. And then I think it's scene 1. I can't remember where she is now. The guitarist. He's just like ones I decided not to use. Looking for the prompts, move background. Some of them I didn't use. Oh, here's a guitar solo. Yeah, there's the prompt. So here's her guitar solo. And for anything else I needed. And I varied them a little bit. You know, I would change them slightly for the other guitar solos and stuff like that. So she's playing a very upbeat, sexy electric guitar solo riff with the electric guitar she's holding, because she was already holding it. It was actually part of her. It's not a separate element. No panning, no zooming. You notice I say that every time, in and out, and no camera movement of any kind. Do not change anything other than her movements. Leave background plain solid red. Do not change or add color to the background in any way. Keep her entire body in frame, which it didn't do that on the clapping. Keep this as a 2D cartoon. Her movements should show that she's having a great time playing the solo. That's why she's smiling when she's doing it all. That's what makes her smile. So see, if we go back to Solo 2, I already had the prompt, so you see this one's very similar. She's playing a very upbeat guitar she's holding. No panning, no zooming, of any kind. Do not change anything on her movements. Leave background plain solid red. Do not change. I think it's actually the same exact one. Yeah, it's exactly the same one. I just copied it over there so I wouldn't lose it. That would have quick access to it. But that's hers. And here's the clapping one. The element. That one changed. So this one I had actually put, I put everybody together. So bassist, I was going to have him raise his bass guitar above his head while she was clapping, but he wouldn't do it. He kept like turning it sideways where you couldn't see what it was. I was like, well, that's stupid. And then he was going like off frame and everything, so I finally just said, no, I just won't do the bassist at all. And we'll clap hands while holding guitar at current position. This is telling me notes what it's supposed to do. This is the actual prompt right here, what I used to make her clap. Holding any props and clapping their hands above their heads. No panning, no zooming in or out, and no camera movement of any kind. Do not change anything other than her movements. And I always said her or him. Her movements. Leave plain background plain solid red. Do not change or add color to the background anyway. Keep her entire body in frame. Keep this as a 2D cartoon. Her movements should show that she's having a great time. So see, you can see it's related to that one. And then there's lead. Will raise one hand. He never did that. He never raised his hand. I tried to get it to do it. He just wouldn't do it. But here's the prompt I used. The 2D cartoon character should be holding a microphone in one hand. Their other arms should be raised above their head in a celebrity gesture. No panning, zooming. I wanted to do this type of thing, you know, like that. But he never did it. Keep the plain background. And I think I just said screw it. Let's not have him do it either. So the only one I really used was this one. So and these are things that weren't used for the bassist. I believe that's all the prompts I used, to tell you the truth. So, and here's your camp. These are like trials right here. These were actually the one I used. I thought this was the one I used right here. This is the actual camera, what do you call it, the camera lens. And I believe, here's the tint right here. I actually added the tint as a separate element, and I just made it transparent. Not complete transparent, but just slightly transparent, enough that we could still see through it. So this is on top of that. It's a layer. I just layered those two to do the lens, and I just did a crop for the circle itself. And let's see, what else is in here? That's pretty much it. And then, yeah, that's the prompts. And I showed the model. So yeah, that's everything everybody needed to see, I guess. Hey, Scared German, you missed it all. You missed the making of my music video. I don't know if you hopefully went back and saw it. The link is up in the pin there to go back to the video. Yeah, the celebrity guest was me. That's exactly what it was. So, yeah, it ends up being my back. I turned it around because obviously you see me from the back on that. I wanted to put the words "Little Lego" on his shirt, on his back, but it didn't work. I totally forgot to do that, and then he was already done and nested and everything, and I was like, I'm not going to go through all that trying to put on there. Nobody's really going to care about that, so. But I think most people can figure out it was me. It's Legos, yeah. Yeah, this is kind of like a making of my music video, my latest music video I just released about 45 minutes ago. So it was right before this one. But like I said, the pin link is above on the top there. So you can go to that and watch it. So you're kind of seeing the making before. You're seeing a spoiler alert here. So yeah, that's all the stuff I used there. So let's close that down. And there's my background. Take the background back off. And I should go big. There you are. So yeah, that's kind of a little making of it and how I did it all. I know I kind of flew through it real quick. So, but yeah, it's hopefully it's my best one. I'm kind of curious how it's gotten any views since. So, what was it? It was What's It Like? That one there, I had uploaded it. It had no views. I did the preview. It had like 3 people, 2 to 3 people that watched the preview. And 5 minutes later, I went in and it had like 30 views. I was like, what the heck? After the preview, it showed that 30 people previewed it, or not previewed, but watched it already between the preview and the time that I got to it. So it was going pretty crazy. It's slowed down now. But number 1 is actually Padwall. And I think What's It Like is like number 3. This one, of course, is number 4. It's probably still down there. I can look real quick. I won't show the screen, but see if there's any views on it yet. What do you guys think? You think there's any views at all? I think there's at least 1 view, maybe. Let's see what we got here. Go to studio. Go to my... Oh, I got a subscriber. How about that? So let's go to... There's the premiere. We got 5 views. And I got a comment. How about that? Hey, I can respond. Oh, it's Alexandra. She commented. I love how the girl guitarist's hair looks like fire. Oh, yeah, I guess it does, doesn't it? I didn't even think about that. How all the movements match the song, yeah. So I'm going to like it. And I probably won't reply to it right now. Yeah, I'll just do one of the standard ones. So yeah, I just replied to it. So I got another subscriber. I got 410 now. So there you go. But yeah, there's only five views so far on that one. And this one here, yeah, it doesn't show the views on this one yet. It shows that I'm live right now. Duh, no kidding. But yeah, I'm at 410 subscribers. And the list is, let's see what's number 1. I believe Padwall is still number 1. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Let's see, Padwall. 96 views on Padwall. And then we got, I believe, my theme video has 45. So that's number 2. And then we got Lego Separator, which is number 3. And Lego Separator and What's It Like? What's It Like is cutting really close to Lego Separator. It's starting to go up now. It's 21. And then, of course, Lego Life is the last one. Oh, now it's got 35. Wait, that's the wrong one. 5 views. It's got 5 views. And my comment was just added. So, the test clips are not doing too bad, I guess. I had a comment, but I guess I don't. My mouse is just over it, turns it blue. So yeah. Oh, I'm really tired. But yeah, it looks like yeah. Now my theme song's been out for like for like a year or something like that, and it's only number 2. It was number 1 until I dropped Padwall, and then that hit number 1. So Lego Separator was actually the first one I dropped. It didn't do all that well, not as weird because I thought it might. But Padwall, people could probably relate to that one a lot better. But it looks like What's It Like is climbing up there a little bit, one by one. So yeah, that's how they're ranked as far as views, all-time views. You finally made your banner. Well, good. Yeah, I mean, I made my banner like, God, it was like 380, I think, when I made my 400 banner, and I just saved Isaac Mag is in here. Just came in. Well, yeah, what I was doing is I did a little how what do you call it now? How to making of my music video. That oh, that's Ken. Okay, hey Ken. I uploaded a music video. I had a preview on it, and then I did the live right after. So if you're watching any of this live, it's kind of like a spoiler alert. So you want to watch that video first, the music video. The link is up there pinned. Watch that first, and you can come back and see how it was made, and all the hectic stuff I went through trying to do it. It took me between 5 and 6 days to make that thing. That's why I've been so busy. So, but yeah, I was thinking about the banner. I made the 400 banner at 380, and I made the 500 banner at the same time. So I got the 500 banner saved, ready to go as soon as I hit 500. But I won't be monetized yet. I got to get the hours. That's kind of like why one of the reasons why I'm doing the music videos, kind of test them out, see if they give me the hours I need. So what I might do later on is do an all-nighter of music videos, just looping through one by one in their order. I may do like a video that will come up, go number 4 or 5 or whatever, however many I have. It'll be the last one first, if that makes sense. The lowest one first. It'll play that one. It'll count down to each one. It'll do the number 1, and after that, it'll just start over again. It'll loop back over. I'll probably just make one video of the whole thing all together, and just loop that overnight to get the hours. It was all worth it at the end. Yeah, it was worth it at the end. There was a lot of what do you call it, stress, and I went through probably 20 packs of smokes in 5 days. I mean, oh my God, I was smoking like 2 packs a day. It was ridiculous. But it was if you have anxiety, it really works up your anxiety. And then you got life too. You got to do that too. You know, you got to eat, sleep, pee, all that kind of stuff. I always had to pee as soon as it would start rendering. In 2 seconds before it gets done rendering, I have to go pee. So I have to sit here and wait. You know, I hate being old, but it happened every time. But yeah, you got life also, sleep, which it was the 3rd day. Today would be well, tonight would be the 6th day. But actually now, yeah, it's day 6 now, because I started doing it around 6 or 7 in the evening. So, but day before yesterday, I stayed up all night long doing the video. I started at noon, and I didn't finish that part of it until 6 a.m. the next morning. I stayed up all that whole time doing it all. So that was where, on there, that's where you saw everything separated, where it had the labels and all that. It was to that point right there when I went at that time. So that one was actually saved that day that way I knew where everything was the next day. I lose things so quickly. I lose track of things so quickly. I had to do that. I did that originally so that way I knew what everything was. And I started thinking, well, this would be good on YouTube as a making of or something like that, you know? So I never uploaded it yet. I didn't want to upload it until after I get done with this. If you guys think I should upload the labeled making of, let me know what you think. I don't know if I should or not. I mean, you saw it on here. I mean, people aren't going to go to my live to see that. But anyway, I'm just going to kind of sit here. It's been almost an hour now. But yeah, I can't remember the dimensions. I know you can go to where you do your banner, where you upload your banner. It'll tell you what size it does need to be. And what I did is I just went into a notepad, and I just typed whatever by whatever, and I saved that you know, I just save it in the same place I save my thumbnails. That way I always have that note just in case I forget, oh, what's the size got to be? And so I made a template also. I have a template that's red. This is my background red for my banner. So I just make that. That way all I have to do is I just stay within that, and I'm fine, you know. So, but you do have to kind of worry about other devices too. I think the dead center, long like this, is I think it's the computers, and then it's like a little bit wider is TV, and then it's like the top down is telephone or something like that. So you have to kind of keep in those dimensions. So if you keep in the center, you've got every device. Every device is just fine in the center. So That's what I do. I just do the center one. I say keep it to yourself unless you can make it like for members only or something like that. Oh yeah, I do have a channel called Little Lego World that I do making ofs and stuff like that. I haven't posted anything on there in a long time. I mean, I can always put it on there. But yeah, although by the time I do members only, I mean, it would be till I monetize. That'll be probably beginning of next year before I do that. So by then, these music videos will be way forgotten by then. Yeah, I know, Ken. That's you. Isaac Mag is Ken. So he's a friend of mine here locally. He's been helping us out and stuff like that. And my phone is beeping off the hook. People coming up live and stuff like that. Yeah, like I said, I'm subbed to everybody. It seems like on YouTube, and I pay for it too. It even has me on there. Yes, I subbed to myself. And then of course I got Alexander's comment that was on there earlier. So, but yeah. Hopefully, well, I see you guys, you did say you loved that video. I don't know if you think it's the best one or not, but I think it's pretty good. I'll probably fix her finger problem if I can figure out a way to do that. I'm thinking about what I could do is where it cuts out, I could actually just draw the fingers in there and then kind of add that as a still image. So every time it goes up there, it'll just show the end of the fingers, you know, because she stops for a second. She actually stops for a fraction of a second, and every time she stops, it would blend in with those fingers. That's the only thing I can think of doing. I'll probably do a test run. If it doesn't work, I won't bother uploading it. I'll probably upload it as like a re-upload or something like that. Alexander, I really liked it. So I don't have any idea what to play next time. What to do. I at least want to do one more. I do have some. I guess I could play some of the songs and maybe. Let's see. Oh, I was thinking about this one being the next one, but I don't know yet. It's called "What Is Awesome." I actually have albums, CDs that I made of these. There's oh, it looks like this is the first album. So yeah, "What Is Awesome" is actually on the Lego album Volume 1, which includes the Lego separator, and let's see, I think that's the only one. Yeah, that's the only one that's the hit on here. And then of course the Lego theme is on there too, so it includes those two. And there's a few other ones. There's like a love song called "What Else Can I Say." It's all about Lego though. Got some alternate versions of those. But "What Is Awesome," this might be my next one. Let me know what you think about this song. So maybe play this one. I think I'll play. Oh, there you go.
This song is all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome. This song is all about Lego. If you saw the
Very similar
movie,
to
then you'll
the
know
last one.
what is awesome. This song. Listen up and listen to me. I have a story once told, you will see. It's about a guy with a toy store who couldn't deny plastic was the way to go. Plastic was the thing. He made a little brick that you could build anything with just a little click within so many years. It was like magic. had
basic song.
passed. Now there's this song.
Literally about Lego, about how it began.
It only asked one thing, that you know it. What is awesome?
Good little guitar solo there. You know who's playing that one now, right? Actually, I think this was actually him, the lead singer.
This song is all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome. This song is all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome. Listen up
Yeah,
and
actually,
listen.
this one goes, she would be the solo.
I have a story.
Little kinky, that we can do it.
This song is all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome. This song is all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome.
That's her.
Is all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome. This song is all about Lego.
Right, yeah, it's now a little bit separate well.
This song is all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome.
I like to do see some Lego movies, but
Is
copyrighted
all
that
about
way. Can't do
Lego.
that.
If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is
Like
awesome.
inspired by that. Which it kind of was inspired.
Is all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome.
It's catchy though.
This song is all about Lego. If you saw
Very
the
strong song.
movie,
Yeah,
then
it's
you'll
one
know
point.
what is awesome. This song is all about Lego. If you
I hope you can face out
then you'll know what is awesome. This song is all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome. This song
Hey,
is
Banger.
all about Lego. If you saw the movie, then you'll know what is awesome.
Yeah, it fades out.
This song is all about
It's actually stopping manually always. It'll start playing it again. So what do you guys think? You think I should do that one as a music video? It's bouncy, it's catchy. It's very catchy. But I'm thinking making a music video of that one. You like to move to it. Yeah, I know I was doing this type of thing a little bit myself. But I might do that one as like a live action. Live action is so much easier than animated. Even doing it through AI is still a lot easier. That way I can kind of use the same prompts, but for live action instead. You're gonna be singing about Lego in your sleep. Yeah, people have been telling me I should be singing. I should do one where I'm singing the song. Well, I don't sing too good, so not with something I don't know. And my songs I do worse. I sing. I do karaoke, or I used to. I haven't really done it lately. But I sing "Every Rose Has Its Thorn," and when I sing that one, I sound just like him. So in fact, I even had Brett Michaels. I can't remember. It's back when I had an electric guitar myself, and I used to play an electric version of it. And he, I had him on Facebook. I have him on Facebook, and he actually commented on it and said, "Hey, I like that. I wish I could record one like that." And as I messaged him, I said, "It's your song. You do with what you want to do with it." You know, so he actually recorded a electric version of "Every Rose Has Its Thorn," and he has it on one of his solo albums. I think it was his first solo album. It was like 10 years ago. It was like a long time ago. and he came up with a solo album with the electric version of Every Rose Has its Thorn, based on mine. So I kind of wrote it that way, on purpose. And then I started singing. I've been singing that one karaoke for like, God, 10, 15 years, like forever. Played something like this when waiting instead of that ninja stuff, the Jago stuff, yeah. But like I said, I have two CDs. There's the Lego album Volume 1, the Lego album Volume 2. Volume 3 is going to kind of be like B-sides. In fact, the one I just did the video of, Lego Life, that's going to be featured on it. That's the plan anyway, but it's going to be more like B-sides. B-sides, and maybe that one there is a new one that's going to be on there. There's going to be a couple extra songs on there, and new songs, whatever. And then, of course, the B-sides of the singles that came out, like the Lego Separator, things like that are already on the albums. That's why if you watch it closely, down the bottom where it says name, it says not previously unavailable on any album, because it's not available. It's only available as a single, basically. Now, I wasn't expecting it to do so well, so wasn't expecting it to be wanted. I played it on One of My Lives once, and somebody said, "Oh, you should make a music video of this." A couple people told me that. I was like, maybe someday I will, And I ended up doing the other ones that were actually on albums first. So, and I decided to do that one. But that's pretty much the only one on this album that's left. There was only like two or three maybe good ones on this one. Volume 2 has the best ones. Has a whole bunch of them. I think it has 12 total. Has more songs on it. And I'm going to be selling these CDs. Probably when I get monetized, I'll be selling them. And I believe, I can't remember, I have the prices set. Let me see if I can find out how much they will be back once that happens. And they're all, they're mastered in high definition. So 24-bit, which of course you don't get that on a CD, but at least they're mastered that way. So you know you're getting a better quality of them. And the band's name is called the Minifigs, the Min-E-Figs. That's how it's actually said. And so, okay, yeah, Volume 1 would be $11.99, Volume 2 would be $11.99. And then each single is kind of, it varies what it is. And the albums themselves include all the music videos up to that point. They will be on there as MP4s, so it'll be like a data CD too. Right now I got What Is Awesome, the CD single. So it's been released as a single, the one I just played, but nobody's really talked about it. That one's like the cheapest one. It's only $3.99 for the CD single of that one. That doesn't include anything but just the song. I think there's a Lego Life is the actual B-side of that one. So those two are actually together on the same CD, the song for the single. And then I have another single that's called Where to Display Them. I think that's from the Lego album Volume 2. And it's $4.99 for the CD single. And that has two different versions of it. It has Where to Display Them CD single version, Where to Display Them the album version. And then you got the B-side is this video, which is from this one here. Lego album Volume 1. And the B-sides, I got about 8 of them lined up. It also includes one about my mom on it too. Two different versions of that one. So, but I can tell you the names so you can get the idea. Of course, you got the Lego Life, you know about that one, which I might move that one up as the first song. But there's a song called Brittle Browns. It's previously unreleased. That's going to be on it. And another one called Lego Operation. And what I did there is, that's actually based on a live that I was watching. I think Alexander might remember. I can't remember if you've seen Mac Bricks before. There was one time he was doing a Lego. And he was dressed up like a doctor, and that gave me the inspiration to make that song. So I wrote that song called Lego Operation. It's about how you do a live and you're building Lego dressed up like an operator, And then of course you got Lego Life. And then I have another one called, and then, of course, there's some previously released ones. I got my Lego City. This one's for you. This video, which is some kind of sound explicit. And then of course I got my mom's. So those, let's see, the single version I believe is not released. Yeah, And they got the extended version, which is the bonus track of that same one. It's called January 24th, 2024. It's like a letter to my mom, a goodbye letter. That'll actually be the last one. But right now I've got basically 7 different songs, so it's 8 tracks altogether. So yeah, I got to add a few more sometime soon, someday. But yeah, that's what the prices will be. But it won't be till I'm monetized. And I have to create a website to actually order them. And they'll be burned and all that by me. And so it'll be a burned CD. That's why they're so cheap. You can either get the single or you can get the full albums themselves. It's actually cheaper in the long run getting the whole album, obviously. So you remember that? Yeah. I played that a couple times on here. I can't play it on here. I don't have it uploaded. I could play it on there. Maybe if I share it, share the screen. I wasn't expecting to be on this long. A little over an hour. Let me bring it up. If you want to hear it again. A little preview of it. I gotta go back into it. I don't want to show all my folders and everything, so let's see if I can bring. Let's go to the single. It'll be a lot easier. That's not it. Where did I put it? Oh, there's B-sides. Okay. I think it's the. Oh no, we don't want the extended version. We get that to play in media player real quick. Get to start up. Pause it. Okay, let's see if I can make this big. There we go. Now I can share the screen, that way you guys can hear it. Hear it clearly anyway. I think it's this one here. Let me know if you can't hear this. So, I don't know how to go back to my screen again, where you can see me on the side. Where am I? Where did I go? Oh, there I am. Yeah, I'll keep me big, since you don't need to see anything. It's gonna be a black screen of me doing this thing. Okay. Okay, Aaron, thanks for coming in.
Have you ever wondered about that place we all call home? All our lives we've asked the question of what it's like to travel on the journey. I can see you with your wings,
Sorry about the echo.
like an angel, speaking with him about life and the meaning. Now I know you must be up in the heavens, and it thrills me to the bone to know mama's with the great unknown.
But yeah, there it is. And it's gonna keep playing over and over again. Alright, so let me unshare that before I close it. So yeah, that's one of my mom, January 24th, 2024. And playing on that one, if it ever went to a music video, which I doubt it would, I'd probably do like a live one. It'd probably be the drummer playing the piano and singing it. So he'd be doing it alone without the rest of the band, and it obviously it'd be like a solo thing. They'd be standing to the side or whatever, you know. Be a very mellow music video. So it probably won't ever make it in music video. Nobody's really asked for it. It's only like a 2-minute song. It's very short. And Tina C just came in. You missed all the making of my newest music video. The link is up above in the pinned comment there to watch that music video. It was premiered right before this live. So I was actually getting ready to go off here. So yeah, that's what everybody's been saying, Alexandra. Everybody loves that one. But it's more of a B-side, you know, one of the kind of songs that will never make a big hit or anything like that. It's actually the very last song on the B-sides album, and it'll basically be a mix of B-sides and the Lego album Volume 3, pretty much. That's what it's going to pretty much be. I haven't decided the name of it yet. I don't want to really call it. I'll probably call it the Lego album Volume 3 B-sides or something like that. B-sides and stuff. But yeah, the plan is the drummer is the singer on that one, and he's playing the piano too. So they have multi talent. So, and it's still the minifigs. That's why the voice is different. He doesn't sing that much. He doesn't the bassist does most background vocals. In all reality, it's actually him. Well, you can always go back to it. There's no problem. You can always replay this one. I'm going off here anyway, so you'll be able to replay it anytime you want and see the making of it. But I would suggest watching the music video before you see the making, because making gives everything away. So, and there's even a special cameo on it too, and this making here will give that away to you. You know, if you want to be surprised, it's at the end of the music video, towards the ending. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take off, and thanks for coming in, everybody, and thanks for watching the music video and this. And wasn't planning on this being so much longer. I only planned on being an hour, so I'm about 15 minutes over, so that's all right. So you guys all have a great day, and looks like my next music video sometime, I don't know, I'm not going to start on it right away. I want to take a little break. Will be What Is Awesome. So I'll probably be doing that as a music video. It'll probably be a live action type of, and I might put them live on stage. I don't know yet. It'll probably be a little difficult to have them on a stage. You have to be a lot of close-ups and just use the background. I could probably do the same background as on the other one, but just do, we kind of need to kind of relate them together. Maybe do the same background, but a live version of it, which I could do that. It should generate that. So, alright. Bye for now. Bye, Alexandra. Thanks for coming in. Bye. Make sure you like and subscribe, too, if you haven't already.